Happening today on Capitol Hill, the first confirmation hearing for one of President-elect Trump's cabinet choices. Pete Hegseth is up first. He's up for defense secretary. He's the president-elect's most controversial pick of them all. The former TV show host and military veteran will have to answer to questions about sexual assault allegations, drinking problems, and his views on the current state of the U.S. military. NewsNation's Tom Dempsey is on Capitol Hill, where Hegseth will be just shortly. Tom, I know you've been talking to folks on Capitol Hill. Does it look like he has the support that he needs?
Hey, good morning, Markie. Look, to be clear, Pete Hegseth can be confirmed to be the next Secretary of Defense with purely Republican support. If his nomination does move to the full Senate floor, he can only afford to lose 3 fellow Republican votes. But before we get to that point, he's got to get through this confirmation hearing. Things kick off in a little over 2 hours here on Capitol Hill, and a lot of people going to be watching this. Like you said, one of the more controversial cabinet picks here. A big question today will revolve around sexual assault allegations against Hegseth. To be clear, he was never charged in this case, but the alleged victim, who helped organize a Republican women's event, says the two met in a hotel room where Hegseth allegedly took her phone and refused to let her leave. In an interview with a nurse who saw the alleged victim days afterward, the nurse says the woman requested a sexual assault exam and couldn't remember much about the night, but believed something may have been slipped into her drink. An attorney for Hegseth says he paid the accuser to avoid a lawsuit. A Republican Senator Joni Ernst from Iowa. She's going to be a very key lawmaker to watch today with today's hearing. Ernst is a veteran as well as a sexual assault survivor and could be a key vote when this committee votes on the nomination. She has met twice with Hegseth and described the meetings as productive. Ahead of today's hearing, though, both sides spoke about the significance of today's event. Take a listen.
He will be ripped. He will be demeaned. He will be talked about, but we're going to get him across the finish line.
When it comes to a job like Secretary of Defense, there can be zero question, zero, that the nominee's up for the job. Unfortunately, Mr. Hegseth's record leaves too many unanswered questions.
Ahead of today's hearing, you can also expect lots of questions today about Hegseth's comments about not allowing women to serve in combat roles and accusing the military of being woke. Hegseth later walked back some of those comments, saying some of the nation's best warriors are women. But a report last month also detailed how 10 Fox News employees had concerns about Hegseth's drinking habits. He's promised to not drink if he is confirmed. It's also important to note that if Hegseth ends up getting confirmed, that he'll be in charge of the Department of Defense, the federal government's largest employer, with over 3 million active duty service members and civilian employees and an annual budget of around $850 billion. Markie?
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.